So it's just taking a few minutes to upload.
Yes.
Ready.
Got it.
In less than 30 seconds, hopefully.
Right, do I click on got it?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I did.
I just need to make sure that we're mute. Yes, we are. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Weekday Wow. Yeah, thank you for joining us. I know it takes a couple of minutes for it to live stream, so I will just give that. Welcome, Valerie, this morning, and Jeanette for joining us, and also Anne. And Rebecca's in the background. She's going to be doing the next segment. For those who celebrate Diwali, Happy Diwali. It's a festival of light, and we'll talk a wee bit about that in a few minutes. So we're going to kickstart our weekday live with Anne this morning with some mindfulness, followed by Rebecca's session with some gentle exercise, and then we're going to go into life hacks. And today's discussion is going to be around the times changing, where you've got dark mornings and dark nights, so dark evenings, should I say. So talk a wee bit about that and how we're all managing with those, and then what we're up to as a community this week. So we'll share what we're up to at Weekday Wow Factor. If you'd like to share in the comments what you're up to this week, that would be great too. So over to Anne. Thank you, Anne, for joining us.
Thank you. Just touching on, briefly on the subject that you've got with the dark mornings and the dark nights as well. It's just raising our attention and our awareness to these things that are happening. They happen just naturally, and just being aware of them. And the tool that we most commonly use to focus our minds in meditation and in mindfulness is our breath. And when we sit down to meditate, just drawing our attention inwards rather than outwards, rather than all the things that are going on around us, because we have just got this habit our minds are just 100% all over the place. So really just using our mindfulness and to focus our attention inwards on our breath. That sounds easier than what it is. It does take time to do this, and I'm going to start off with a meditation of mindfulness of the breath. So if I could just ask you all just to sit upright while we're meditating. Sit upright with both feet on the floor and both hands either on your sides, or down at your sides, or just resting on your legs. Just finding that comfortable position. And just sitting, again, just safety, always be very aware that the chair that you're on, you're not on a wobbly surface. So just sitting with your feet both on the floor and your hands resting on your lap. And just closing your eyes. It's always best that you do this with your eyes closed because you're not distracted. You want to get the best out of the meditations. So closing your eyes and just bringing that curious attention to notice just the outline of your body while you're sitting there and the contact that your body has with the chair or the cushion below you. And becoming aware of the contact that your feet have on the floor. Feeling the weight of your body just sitting there on the chair. And our intention for this mindful breathing practice is to experience just how to bring our attention to the sensations and the movement of breathing without judging it. And why it might be helpful to develop this skill of using your breath to settle and be more present. Why might mindful breathing be useful? Why is it a useful skill to apply in different times throughout your everyday life? And why might it be helpful to give your mind a rest? Just like we've learned to rest the body, just sitting here. So just beginning now, just by taking a few deeper breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in deeply through your nose and breathe out slowly through your mouth. And now just allowing your breath to return normal. And asking yourself, how do I know that I'm breathing? What sensations or movements are in the body? You might notice the feeling of the air coming through your nose as it passes through your nose and into your body, or the temperature as it leaves your nostrils. And is this temperature, is it cool or warm? You might find and feel the sensations of your breath at the back of your throat. Or you might notice how your chest expands with each exhale and each inhale. You might notice the rising and the falling of the belly as you breathe in and breathe out. Becoming curious of the beginning, the middle, and the end of each breath. Becoming aware of the little space in between the breaths. Taking a moment just to sit here. Notice how bringing your awareness to your breath in a curious way, just hold your attention in the present moment. Just like dropping an anchor right here. And where does your breath feel more obvious in your body right now? Perhaps choosing this place just to rest your attention. And when you notice your mind has wandered, just as minds do, just bring your attention back to your breath and the body. And as the mind feels distracted, just see if you can allow your experience just to be as it is, not judging. Perhaps giving your mind another focus of point by counting your breaths. Counting your breath going out for 5 seconds. Counting it going in for 5 seconds. You might be aware of the thoughts that continue to pop into your mind. Since this is the nature of your mind, just to simply think. We're not trying to make our minds go blank or to get rid of thoughts. We're just simply choosing not to become involved with the thoughts. Just continuously returning over and over again, coming back to your breath and counting. Perhaps you might want to introduce a phrase, breathing in with each in-breath and breathing out with each out-breath. And there's no right or wrong way to practice this mindfulness of breathing. Just experience this and how it feels right to you. So as you continue to focus and return your mind back to your breath, use whichever technique, whether the counting for 5 seconds or the phrases, whatever feels helpful to you. Your mind will begin to relax and settle with this practice so that thoughts can come and go freely without being engaged in them and without getting lost in the thoughts. So just continue for a few moments more with the phrases or the counting. Just building this mindfulness muscle. It's just like developing any skill. It just takes practice and repetition. And finally, just bringing your attention to the out-breath now. Just imagine letting go with whatever is no longer needed as you breathe out. And this could be thoughts, stories, images, memories or feelings, tightness or tension in the body. Just simply paying attention to how it feels as you breathe out in a relaxed way, and allowing whatever remains with non-judgment, just for the next few moments. Just choosing to pay attention to each in-breath and each out-breath. And just congratulating yourself by staying with this practice. Something that you can do at a moment's notice, bringing you back in with that anchor of the breath. And just when you're ready, opening your eyes and just coming back into the room. Perhaps giving yourself a big stretch and congratulating yourself. Sorry about the croaky voice. Hope it didn't disturb.
Croaky at all. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts, essentially, Anne. Yes, how are you feeling, Jeanette?
A lot calmer. I'm finding I'm able to breathe a bit deeper now.
Good.
And slowly letting it release. Whereas before I found that quite difficult to breathe in deeply. But no. And for once my mind stayed focused.
Yeah.
It didn't wander, so that was really good. Thank you, Anne.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I totally resonate with what you just said there, Jeanette. Yeah, it is a skill, isn't it, to be able to breathe
to be able to breathe deeply. Yeah.
And I love the self-congratulations at the end because you feel as if you have managed to do that. So
yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. Valerie, would you like to share how you're feeling?
I was glad when you mentioned that your thoughts wander, because I did find my thoughts wandering. I was like, no, just let it go. And, you said not to, get into them. And yes, it's quite something to develop, to just let them pass by and think, no, don't think about that. Just let them disappear. It's very calming. It is very calming.
Glad you enjoyed that. I'm glad that you found that, and both of you found that, because yes, it is a skill, but you can, with repetition, you can build on it. But it doesn't need to be like half an hour, an hour. I mean, you can do this in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just whenever you need it. It's just a tool that's there for you to use just as and when you need it.
I totally agree. And I mean, that was just a few minutes, and the impact it's had on me has been quite significant as well. And I totally resonate with you too, Valerie, about thoughts coming into your mind, but then they're passing us by and just giving us that sense of calm. I feel as if this is a really important part of Weekday Wow Live, just to have this mindset at the beginning of the week. Sets us up for the rest of the day and the rest of the week until we get another dose and next Monday. And there's something very special about doing it as a group, isn't it? And
Yes.
things in alignment with that. Yeah, because sometimes when you're on your own, it's hard to create these habits, these good habits of doing this on our own. So really appreciate that, Anne. Yeah, thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
And the energy that the group bring as well, it can only be beneficial for everyone that's taken part.
Absolutely. If you've joined us at home live, please type in 1. And if you can write down your comments of how you're feeling as well, that would be really helpful. And if you're watching this on replay, please type 2 and please write your feelings as well. And what time of day you're watching this, because it'd be quite interesting. Although we're doing this in the morning, you might be doing this in the evening or at night. And you might still have the same impact after a whole day's work or other activities. And thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you next week on Halloween. And we'll definitely need it on that day too. Yes. Have a great week, Anne. Speak to you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you doing? Oh,
On mute.
yes.
Morning.
Good morning. Rebecca is going to do some strength and balance exercises with us this morning. So I'm really grateful for that. Just before we start, just a reminder for everybody to go at their own pace within their own abilities. Make sure the chair you're using is steady, is propped up against a wall or not moving about too much because you don't want to be off balance in that way. If you've got any emergency medication, please have it by you and your mobile phone just in case you need help. And if you're feeling dizzy or unwell in any way, please stop and please consult your GP if your symptoms are there, if you're feeling unwell. Okay, over to you, Rebecca. Thank you.
Thank you. Try to get my feet in.
Thanks, Rebecca.
So we're just doing a flamingo balance. So it's with a chair or a support, nice and tall posture. Going to lift the knee just as high as you feel comfortable, and then take the leg straight back. Now again, I'm holding my support. If you feel quite confident, then you can take a finger up, or some of my ladies hover their hands just above the chair. It's your choice. And the aim is just to challenge those hips, both sides. And if you need a breather between, please take it. But like I say, you should make them feel warm and that they're being used. Try and find a spot straight in front of you that you can concentrate on. And keep that good posture. Now we've done a few. Sometimes we bend our knees just to relax the hips. And then we change sides. So you can turn around, or I like to change my chair. So again, nice tall postures, lift the knee. Only as high as you feel comfortable, and it's taking the legs straight back. Now try not to lean forwards as you take the leg back. It's keeping that good posture throughout the exercise. And again, you just want to do a few so that you can feel it working both sides. Obviously, this leg is being moved, but the other leg is supporting the movement. Good. So ladies, trying to concentrate on something straight ahead, normal breathing throughout. And again, once you start feeling those hips, put the feet down and have a breather. Good. Good. We're just bending those knees. So we've already done one set of these, but we're doing another set. So outside thighs again, we did this last week. Nice tall posture. Again, out to the side, and then bring the leg to meet the other. Try and keep that upper body nice and still. You can use your support if you need, or you can do a finger if you're feeling quite confident, or you can hover your hand. It's your choice, depends how good you feel those feet and hips are. And nice normal breathing throughout. Everyone's gone really quiet. Good. Well done. And then I'm going to relax, bend the knees, because you should be feeling it now on both sides. And then swap over when you're ready. Change my chair. Again, nice tall posture, lifting the foot off the floor, up to the side, and then bring back towards the other. Try not to lean if you can, and just focus on something right in front of eye level. And again, we just want to feel it get nice and warm, a bit achy, but it shouldn't be painful. And just stop when you need. Good. So just reducing the base of support, taking obviously one foot off the floor, makes a difference to that balance. Now we've already done 2 sets. I can see my ladies are feeling them already. Good, well done. Right, next one for balance. Again, we did this one last week, whereby we take the heel in front of the toe. Heel in front of your toe, you can face your chair or you can side on, it's your choice. So heel in front of toe, nice tall postures. Try and look straight ahead. I'm just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Now again, you can loosen your base of support, loosen the hands or hover. But the ankles and the knees and the hips should feel a bit wobbly. And that's the purpose of the exercise, is to just challenge them. Nice deep breath. If at any point you want to relax, please release the feet. We'll just hold them for a few more seconds if you can. I like to always smile at this point if you can. Good. And then relax the feet. And then we're just going to change sides when you're ready. If you can't get your feet right in front of the other, you know, just bringing them in slightly will make a difference. It's just reducing that base of support. I know some of us are quite stiff at the hips, so you can't do that. But it's just reducing the, trying to challenge that balance however you can. Again, if you want to take a finger off or a hover, you have nice tall postures, try and look straight ahead, and please smile and please breathe. So you have to forget. They say they don't forget, but they definitely do forget. Good, and then release the feet. And then we can gently march the feet and get the ankles moving. And like I said, we're on our cool down at the minute. So we can swing our arms just nice and gently, or keep your hand on if you need to. I'm just going to concentrate on our ankles. Okay, let's do a heel and then a toe. But try and do the heel and toe movement on the same spot. So imagine there's a spot on the floor and you want the toe and the heel to touch that spot. Again, this one challenges balance. So if you want to challenge once more, you could let go or hover or a finger, your choice. And again, you could make the stance a bit wider if you wanted. That will help the balance, or you can make it a bit narrower, which would challenge you a bit more. Good, steady. Change sides when you're ready. Have a play around, see what you think. The closer to the body, the harder it should be, because it challenges balance. Or you can take it further away. But just check down, try and get the toe and the heel in the same spot. Once you've checked though, think of that good posture again and look up. Good. Everyone's concentrating on that one. Good, and then nice and easy march again. And we're just going to step to the side and then feet together. Now again, we're on our cool down, so we're just taking it nice and steady. We're just doing some side steps again, hip strength, functional movement, stepping to the side. So we're slowing down. Now we normally do step over the dog or the cat or the bag. So we can do that one, but we'll do it slowly. So it's a step up, over, step up and over. So again, imagine you've got the dog on the floor. They always lie in the most awkward place and you have to step over them. So lift the knee, step over. Good. Again, we're working on balance because we're taking one foot off the floor. The leg, bit of coordination. Just do one more. Good, ladies. Nice wide stances. Wait to imagine you're holding your tray. We're going to pull the elbows back when you're ready. We're not. We're going to take the hands out, then pull the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathe, smile, and then release the hands together. So it's out to the side. It's a draw the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, breathe, and then release your hands. So these are really good for postural muscles, working between the shoulder blades, preventing us from leaning forwards, keeping us upright. Really good for balance. And then just release. So again, it's just doing as many as you feel comfortable. Bless you. So it's open, draw the elbows back, squeeze, breathe. Again, you just want to do as many as you can to feel the shoulder blades getting warm. We're going to do 2 or 3 more. Keep smiling. We're nearly done. Yeah, one more, nice and steady. You can always do these seated as well, it's your choice, you don't have to stand. We're just going to release our hands and relax them down. Good. So just one for shoulder mobility, going to take your left hand behind your head. Can't see me very well, can you? See me now. So behind your head. Now, even if you just get to the ear, just get that nice shoulder stretch out. Good. If you want to just move your feet a little bit later, you don't want to cool down too quick. And then just release the hand down. And we'll change sides of the hand behind. Open up the shoulder. Now again, it doesn't matter if you can't touch the back of the neck, it's just getting that extra mobility at the shoulder. It's really important for putting our necklaces on, brushing our hairs, whatever else you want to do. And then release your hands slowly. Good. I'm going to do one for my legs. Am I all right, Hassan? Do you want me to finish or am I right?
Yeah, you're
Up to
yes,
you.
yes, you can be finished very soon. Yeah.
Okay, right, we're going to step forward. This one's for the back of the leg. So I'm going to bend the front knee, lean forwards towards your chair. Can't see my legs now, can you? Oh, God. So bend the front knee, lean forwards, keep your back heel down on the floor and just stretch the back of your leg. Nice deep breaths, keep your chest up. And just breathe. Good. We'll do feet together. We'll change sides. So step back with your other leg, bending your front knee. Keep that back heel down and just push forwards. Don't put too much pressure on your chair, so move. Just keep that chest there. Good. Yeah. Good. And last one, feet together. We're going to bend your heel towards your bottom. Now this might be enough for some of us, just to get up hold here. Or you can take hold of your trouser leg, which I can't today. Or you can take hold of your ankle. It's your choice. Your choice. But make sure you've got something stable to hold on to. And just push that hip forwards. You can release at any point. You might feel it tight to the back of the leg. And last one, other leg, bend the knee, heel towards your bottom. Push that hip forwards. And then if you can take hold, even better. If not, it doesn't matter. Don't twist your body. Keep looking ahead. You should really feel that front of the leg. And then release those legs. Lovely. Thank you, Pasna.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, and the ladies. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you for getting us moving on a Monday morning.
Thank you.
Cheerio.
Take care.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies. It's nice to just get up and move, isn't it, for a moment or two? That was great. And Jeanette, that was a really good idea, holding on to the wall, because sometimes people are tempted to hold on to the door, but you've got a door that swings.
No, I've got the ball at one side, and then I've got the couch.
Yeah.
And the other side.
Oh,
so
perfect. Yes,
and
That's it. There just needs to be enough room, doesn't it?
That's why I do the exercises at the door frame.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I haven't done this for such a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, Valerie. Do you do that movement at all much or not really?
No, I'm very lazy and hardly ever exercise. So my legs were feeling it just now.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is ridiculous. I really didn't expect it to be wobbly. And so I was pleased when Rebecca said there would be a bit of a wobble. I thought, oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
that's it. No, absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
Rebecca is very talented with the strength and balance exercises. That's her kind of bread and butter and what she does. So yeah, no, you don't realize that movements that you haven't done for a while are suddenly like, oh, I haven't done this for a while, and realize that I would be a bit wobbly. But being a little bit wobbly from what Dr. Dawn Skelton said is quite a good thing. You know, it tests your ability to come back to the neutral position rather than falling. So it's quite good to challenge yourself in a measured way. It's quite good. That's great. Okay. I just wanted to have a wee chat about some like life hacks. So I was just thinking about the dark morning this morning, and the last previous nights as well. It's been dark quite early at night. And then it's been pretty dreich, the weather, hasn't it, in Glasgow? I'm not sure how it's been anywhere else. Please do comment how the weather's been down in other parts of the UK or the world, wherever you're watching this from. Yeah, so I was just wondering, Jeanette, how are you coping with the darker mornings and the darker evenings? Have
The
you got any
darker
strategy?
evening, I think, you know, you're having to put a lamp on now, round
Yeah,
about 6 o'clock.
that's so true.
So you what you do, well, what I tend to do is I just have the one lamp, you know,
Uh-huh.
on, because again, you're aware of using electricity.
That's true. Mhm.
You know, so I mean, before I would have my 2 wee lamps on plus another lamp on.
Right, okay.
I've just got, I mean, I've just got one with a brighter bulb.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Because you can
yeah.
get quite good energy saving
Yes,
bulbs that are quite
yes.
bright now, not like
Yeah.
days in the past when they weren't so bright and they were really dim.
Well,
Came
well,
through
this is it.
slowly.
And especially when you're having to conserve electricity. You know,
Absolutely.
you're aware of your bills are going to be higher.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's so true. But of course, it's just getting that balance right, because
Getting the
if you've
balance
got
right.
if you've got poorer vision, it's probably a good idea. You know, if you need more light to
Yes,
use that
yeah.
more light and maybe consider these energy bulbs. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, what about you, Valerie? How are you coping with the darker mornings and the evenings?
Well, I think I'm lucky in that I'm retired, so I don't have to be going anywhere until it gets much lighter.
That's so true. That's a very good point. Yeah, one of the perks.
So I could stay. I could stay in and burrow like a dormouse, and just ignore it.
That's so true. That's a good point. I know you do feel like kind of like hibernating too, naturally. You want a little bit longer in bed in the mornings, and a little bit earlier to bed. I don't know but why I get into that phase, but I'm ready for my bed at 9 o'clock these days rather than a little bit later at 10. So yeah, and I'm finding myself not getting up because when the sun was rising earlier in the summer, it was like 5:30, and I felt like waking up then. But now I don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm sure there's lots of other people. If there are people in the chat who want to mention about how they're coping with it, that would be great. I just wanted to say a couple of other things. I think just with the Diwali today, happy Diwali to our viewers and people who are interacting with us. That's the Hindu festival of light over darkness. Really relevant. Don't you think some of the cultural festivities at this time also help us remain in the light as much as possible? So for Diwali, all the houses have got little diyas, which are wee candles that are lit up, which is quite nice to decorate the house with some candles in a safe place, as long as they're up high, and to have some nice food. That's part of Diwali. And then we've got Halloween coming up. So we've got a whole load of darkness with some brightness, some fluorescent colors as well, aren't there?
Yes.
Glow in the dark stuff. So you need things like that. Yeah, to just brighten up our moods. What else is bright? Oh, we've got the 5th of November as well with the fireworks.
That
was really interesting. I was hearing about the fireworks that they might be changing them in the future in certain places. So for it to be like a show using technology rather than fireworks. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
No, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Quite spectacular. Yes, without killing the environment and without harming the environment, and also pets, I guess.
How would they do it? Is it like drones that take the lights?
I think so. Yeah,
I think the very, very high technology, Valerie.
I think it is drones.
I mean, there's the amount of money that will be saved, the pollution, all that type of thing, the noise for the anxiety, not just for animals, but for people as well.
Yeah, that's so true.
When you hear a bang, it's just not nice.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
And you get some very silly people that think it's funny to put, throw things.
Sure.
They don't take the right precautions when they're lighting up fireworks and things.
Yeah. And
Mm.
I guess the accidents would reduce too, wouldn't with all
And they would.
Yeah.
Mm.
fireworks and things. So that's
Mm.
quite interesting, things are changing in that sphere. And I was just going to talk about nature as well, and all the leaves changing and seeing all the brightness and all the leaves of like the reds and the yellows. I think those kind of light as well
Yes.
help us psychologically just to
They're
see that.
beautiful. They are beautiful, and it is my favourite season. But
Oh,
I
is
just
it?
wish,
Yes.
I just wish they didn't all congregate in my back garden. Got trees and I'm next to a wood, and so you knee deep in the blessed things. And then with the rain as well, it's like, oh,
That's
just
so
wish-
true.
I like to see them, but somewhere else.
That's true. It's nice from the window. That is so true.
Yes.
But when you step out, yes, it can
Be a bit
add to the
hazardous.
slip hazard, can't it? And that's why we need exercises like Rebecca's to help our strength and balance just through the autumn and the winter months as well. So that's great. Thank you for sharing that. That was really interesting. If any of our viewers also have other points to share, please do so in the chat. And now we're just going to move to the final point in regards to community connections. What's everybody up to this week? Before we kickstart, I'm just going to mention some things because of the lead up to Halloween on next Monday. We've got a whole range of Halloween discos this week. So that'll be taking place in this morning. Because it's the Valley and because I'm of Indian origin, I'm going to put on my Indian clothes and have some Bollywood numbers during our disco this morning. So if you wanted to join us and you haven't joined us before, you're more than welcome. We have half an hour of chat and catch up, and then we have half an hour of dancing, and you can be sitting just listening to the music and taking the vibe in, or you can stand up or sit down and take part in the dancing. So you're welcome to do that. And this afternoon we've got Tai Chi with our new partners, Discover Tai Chi with Helen and Phil, and Helen will be here today to start the week right as well. So that's from 1 to 2 over Zoom. And on Tuesday, we've got our minibus adventures. And I think Robert, my colleague, is away to Springburn Park with Time and Wiki from the Social Enterprise Organisation. And they're going to be doing various interesting things. They're always making interesting things and doing interesting things using nature as a media. So if you're interested in that, please give us a shout and we can give you more details. And then on Tuesday night, we've got Michelle doing our WOW games, which I keep getting feedback of how fun that intervention is. So
Oh, it really is.
if you're curious, please come and join in. Valerie, do you want to mention some of the things that you do in WOW games?
Last week it was a version of Name That Tune, so you had to hum it.
Oh, yes.
And we were
Fantastic.
doing
That sounds
charades
like
as well.
really fun. That's
Yeah,
great.
so
And that's at night, isn't it? So if
yes,
someone's working
8
during
till
the day or
9.
you've got other commitments, yeah, you can join in at 8 to 9. And then on Wednesdays, we've got the disco where Jeanette volunteers at. Thank you, Jeanette. At the daytime disco in White Inch, and it's at Victoria Park Bowling Club. And I believe there's going to be a Halloween theme.
Yes, it's Halloween, yeah.
Yes, And
Not too scary.
Not too scary indeed, And I think one of the participants was talking about creating a quiz as well, a Halloween
That's right.
themes,
Yeah,
and with prizes too. So watch this space or come and take part. You're welcome to come along on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got 2 Halloween discos in Easter House, and we've got the other one as well in Torrance in Eastern Bartonshire. So you're very welcome. And on Friday, we've got 2 discos in Halloween discos again in Gorbals and also in Darnley. So there's lots of things going on this week that you can take part in. It'd be great to hear what you're doing this week, whether you live in Glasgow or out with Glasgow? What are you up to and why do you attend? It'd be really, really nice to learn, just to share the information with others. We're looking for peer support examples, not necessarily other organisations input, but people who attend not-for-profit or charitable organisation inputs. It would be great to share. Thank you. Valerie, what are you up to this week? Are you joining in any of the events?
Yeah, I'll be on the quiz night at the chat with Michelle Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
going to the Halloween disco on Wednesday lunchtime.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, dare I mention, Christmas shopping on Friday. So,
Oh, are you? Okay. Wow, that's really impressive.
well, I need to be organised and get it. I always need to have it all wrapped before the end of November, so then that's it
Wow.
done and out of the way.
Amazing.
So I did a wee bit last Saturday, so I just now know what I need, where I'm falling short with some things.
That's fantastic.
Because I've got about a dozen people to buy for. So
Oh wow. Okay.
gets that out of the way.
Need to get cracking. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Are you joining Anne's disco or Zoom at 5
on
o'clock
Thursday? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's cool. That's very
Thursday.
popular as well. There's so much going on. Jeanette, what are you up to this week?
Well, after this, I'm going to be joining the Zoom disco.
Yeah, with the
And then-
Bollywood.
Yeah, and then the Tai Chi
Yes.
this afternoon.
Sounds good.
Tuesday, not sure what I'm doing on Tuesday. Wednesday, I've got the Halloween disco at the
Sure.
bowling club.
Yeah,
I have really looking forward to that. Thursday, the Zoom disco with Anne at 5 o'clock.
that's right. And are you going to dress
And-
up or you're not going to dress up, do you think?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Fantastic. I love your
Absolutely.
spirit. And
Yeah,
Valerie, you're really
yeah.
good at dressing up too. So looking forward to seeing what you're going to be wearing this year, because every year it's a little bit different.
I've got a bag of different things, so it's handy.
That sounds great. Sounds like a fun week ahead.
It's a fun week. Friday is free at the moment.
Right, okay, no, that sounds good. Yeah, and our viewers, if you're listening to this, please let us know what you're up to in this fun week too. And thank you for joining us. We will see you on Halloween itself next Monday. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Have a good week, everybody.
Oh,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.